Hello YouTubers, I'm going to tell you the story of the Bat Tower. Behind me, this wooden structure that you see, it's about 100 years old and it's got a long history. It stands as a towering example of things not well thought out. This Bat Tower, as you see, is a good size and its history is pretty significant with the Florida Keys. What happened was, when the Florida Keys was first being built, when the railroad was coming through, it was still heavily in marsh and wetlands, and there was a large mosquito problem. As a result of the mosquitoes, a lot of the workers on the railroads, and coincidentally the other residents in the small industry that was supporting the railroad industry, a lot of people were coming down with mosquito-related diseases. And this, of course, presented a problem and caused a lot of delay and financial hardship with the projects that were going on in Florida Keys at the time. So an individual who was involved with the construction effort of the railroad had caught wind that bats ate mosquitoes. This person knew where he could get some bats in South America. And so what he did was, from the railroad project, he solicited them for funds to build a home for the bats. And the logic was that he built a home for the bats, this bat tower, and then the bats would, he'd bring the bats in from South America, and he'd put them in here, and the bats would call this their home, and then they would fly out at night and kill all the mosquitoes, eat all the mosquitoes, and there'd be less and less of a mosquito problem. Apparently, bats are very, very good at eating mosquitoes. Well, a lot of money went into this project, apparently, and it had high hopes. So the fellow, he brought the bats here and tried to get them established, but guess what happened? The bats decided they weren't going to be forced into having this be their home. They said, we will decide where we will live, and they all flew away. None of the bats stayed. Not one single bat stayed. They all flew away. And the project was a total waste of time and money. As I said, stands as a towering example of an absolute idea that was not well thought out. So you take a little bit of knowledge and you can do some real financial damage with it. Now, this idea may have worked if he might have used indigenous bats, but that was not the case. Thank you very much for letting me share the story with you. See you now.